Okay, look, I've been spending my evenings in TikTok lives with MAGA, debating them about all things, all things, all things, and I've discovered something new. They won't accept any source if it's not a .gov source. And that is a problem for more than the reason that you're thinking. Yes, government sites have become incredibly propagandized. Just look at the whitehouse.gov page on January 6th or the various department pages on Twitter where they are using explicitly white nationalist rhetoric. But I would be concerned by this .gov reliance even in more normalized times because the belief implies that media sources have bias and government sources do not. We know that all humans have bias. And what that means is that anything we create, be it media, be it government, be it AI, media literacy doesn't ask you to disregard information because a source is biased. It asks you to understand how a source's bias shapes the information that they present you. Which stories do they choose to tell? That selection process tends to be where bias lives. If you instead flatten the world to has bias and does not have bias, you narrow your aperture further and further to fewer and fewer voices until you're left with just a single one. The thing that's hard about widening the aperture is that it is incredibly cognitively burdensome on a normal basis. But when your identity is tied up in the facts that you believe, it becomes painful to widen the aperture. Expose yourself to ideas that sting and burn the very fibers of your understanding. It's like a vampire stepping out into the day. The trouble with this moment is that many people's singular source of truth is becoming the very people whom they are meant to hold to account. If you rely on only those people for your flow of information, you cannot hold them accountable, and you become incredibly susceptible to manipulation. That is how power consolidates, and it's why the current administration is working overtime to discredit independent sources of truth, like the media, like scientists, like education systems. That may not be where fascism begins, but it is certainly where it survives and sustains.